This is a University of Otago podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to Sanskrit 112. We will start from lesson 16 to lesson 17, and today we will start from lesson 16. We will study about the Sandhi rules for final end, for revision, and now in an, the imperfect for us, and then we will start to study about the compound. The last semester we studied the detail of Sandhi, and we will still a little bit some remaining of the rule of Sandhi for this semester, and we will study the Dvandva compound and other compound. Let's start from lesson 16. Lesson 16. Now let's see from the Sandhi rule for final end. This is the revision from last semester. Now we will learn the Sandhi rule for when the first word end in N. In the majority of cases, the N remains unchanged. The chart in the next slide contains the rule for when N change. You can see from this chart, N change from this set cha, ya. So change from this one, and we will see the detail. You just see from this chart, and we come back to see it again. The first one, N following with ch, so change N to ch, and will be ms.c, ch. N following with th dot, so change to this msth, and N following with tth will be msth. Let's see example. Devan plus ja will be devamscha. Asuran chayayam, so will be asuram chayayam. Nalupan tatra will be nalupam satatra. As the following example for the first rule. The second rule, N following with J, JH, and S dat. So change N to Y. This mark Y. Such as Tan, Sha, Trun. So you can change to Tan, Sha, Trun, or change S that to ch, that is Tan, Cha, Trun. Devan plus Jayati, change N to Ya, it will be Devan Jayati. Number 3, the third one, N plus D dot or DH dot, so change N to N dot. For example, Mahan Dhammaraha, and will be Mahan Dhammaraha, like this. The first one, N following with L. The first letter of the second word is begin with L. So change N to ML or L. Devan Lokeshu will be Devam Lokeshu, like this. Fifth, the following is S change to N. The following begin with S, change N to NT. Tan Sahate. So we will be Tan, change N to NT, Tan Sahate. Or no change, Tan Sahate, like this. Both is okay. Now, the last one, 6, if the vowel before N is short, N become NN, and also N ng, because will be ng, N will be NN, such as Atistan plus Atra, so will be Atistanatra, double N over here. Now let's see more example. Tasmin prascha will be tasmimcha. Naran prascha will be nalamscha. Nalanta will be nalamsta. Nalan tatra will be nalam satatra. Nalan shobante, so it will be nalan shobante, or nalan sopante. So you can change S that to CH or no change, and you have to change N to Y. Let's see more example. Lashan plus atra, double N over here, so it will be lashanatra. Naran atra, naran natra. Naran jayati will be naran jayati, change N to Y. Naranda will be naranda, change N to N dot. Nalan rabate, so we N change to ML. Nalam rabate. So let's see now in an. And this chart, it is a declension of noun ending in an. The stem lashan, masculine, mean king. Atman, masculine, mean self. You can see from this one. 8 case and singular, dual, and plural. So lashan will decline like lasha, lashanau, lashanaha, lashanam, lashanau, and lachiha. A little bit different between lashan and atman is over here in the weak stem, that is lachiha and atmanaha. Lachya, lachapayam, lachapi. Lachye, lachapayam, lachapayaha. Lachya, lachapayam, lachapayaha. Lachya, lachyo, lachyam. Lachi, lachyo, lachasu. Rashan, lashanau, lashanaha. And you see a little bit different in the atman masculine over here in black. Atmanaha, atmana, atmane, atmanaha, atmanaha, atmani. And also here, atmano, atmanam, atmano. In this chart, we can separate the word into 3 groups. That is strong stem, medium, and weak. The strong in red, lasha, 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 and rasha. And also here, lasha, lasha. And the middle in blue, lacha, piyam, lasha, lacha, piyam, lasha, lasha, and lasha over here. And the weak, large, mixed between conjunct with J and Ya. That is lacha, ye, yaha, yaha, yi, and over here too. So this can be divided into 3 groups. That is strong, middle, and weak. Notice that the only difference between lashan and atman is that since the TMN combination cannot occur, we cannot read TMN. So atman always keep the before the N. Sometimes that may be wrong. If so, the form is considered strong. The neuter is similar to the masculine. So you see from this one. So this is atmanaha. This is a little bit different from lashan. And the declension of the neuter is similar to that of the masculine. Let's see from naman, neuter, name. So will be nama, namni, namani, nama, namni, namani, namna, namapiyam namaphi, namne namapiyam namapiyas, namnaha namapiyam namapiyas, namnaha namno nama namnam, namni namnos namasu, naman namni namani. And you can see from the red one is strong, the blue is medium, and black is weak. This is the chart of Naman name, and you can see from the red book, written red book, from page 15. You can see from page 15 from this one. 15 Lashan king, so masculine, like from this chart. Page 16 Atman self, also masculine from this chart. And page 17 Naman in neuter from this chart. The imperfect for us. Last semester from lesson 14 and 15 we have studied the imperfect for normal verb, that is verb in class 1, 4, 6 and 10. Let's see from this one, the imperfect for us. This is another class of verb, and you can see from the special decline like this chart. See from this one, asit, astam, asan, asiha, astam, asta, asam, aswa, asma. This is us, mean was or were. So remember that these are not the endings, but the entire verb for us. Now let's start the Dvandva compound, the first compound. We will begin our study of compound, or we call samasa. Sanskrit has several different types of compounds, which are members joined together to create one unit. So in Devanagari, compounds are written without a break. With transliteration in this text, the members of a compound are joined by hyphen. When Sanskrit so permits, you see from example, eka hyphen vachana, but you see from Devanagari put in one word, eka vachana, singular member. Eka means singular. Nominal compounds join nouns, adjective or pronouns. They are usually formed by taking the base from nara, para, and putting them together using Sandhi rule. Mark, you have to use Sandhi rule between two words and put it together. And we will give you the example in the next slides. Generally, only the last member are declined, and prior member have loss of case ending. So let's see the example. The first type of compound that we will study is the Dvandva compound. Dvandva, related to the word duo, is a series of equal items that would normally be joined by and. So usually we translate as A and B, such as Sita and Lama could be written as a Dvandva compound like this: Sita Lamao, Sita Lamao. Notice Sita is feminine, Lama is masculine. So put it together, Sita and Lamao decline at Lamao. It is nominative, dual, masculine, Lamao. So all compounds may undergo an analysis, which is how the words would appear if the compound were dissolved. For example, this one, Sita Lamao, come from Sita Lamascha or Lamacha. Sita and Lama, compound is Sita Lama, as one word. So Duandava, the above, is called Italetala Duandava because its member is a distributive sense. In it, the last member is in the dual because two persons are named. That is Si Tao. Rama, sorry. Rama is masculine dual. So this is we call Italetala Duandava, the first type of Duandava compound. There are two kinds of Duandava compound. The first one is Italetala, and the second one we will study in the next slides. Another sample, you can see from this one, Sita plus Indra Ja. Sita Indra's Ja. You have to apply R and E, Sanhilu. R plus E change to A, so will be Siten Drau. Drau, it is in dual, so nominative dual masculine from Sita Indra, Sita and Indra. If more than two persons are named, the last member is in the plural. For example, Acharya Sisyaha. So come from Acharyaha, Sisyaha or Sisyascha. Teacher, students. Can be the teacher and students. So one teacher and many students in this case. And another example, Duandava with three members is always plural. Example, Ashwa, Kasha, Marikaha. So Ashwa, horse, Kasha, elephant, Marika, deer. We decline here, Marikaha, nominative, plural, masculine, Marikaha. And if we analyze this, it comes from Ashwaha, Kashaha, Marikaha cha. Sandhi to Ashwo, Kasho, Marikascha. Horse, elephant, and deer. Ashwa, Gaga, Kashaha. Horse, crow, elephant. Come from Ashwaha, Gagaha, Kashaha cha. Sandhi to Ashwo, Gago, Kachascha. Horse, crow, and elephant. Another example, Deva, Gandhava, Manusyaha. Manusyaha is in plural, nominative, plural, masculine. So Deva, God, Gandhava, in a kind of angel. Manusyaha or Manusya, man. So come from Devaha, Gandhavaha, Manusyaha cha. Sandhi to Devo, Gandhavo, Manusyascha. God, Gandhava, and man. Have you noticed that even though one God, one Gandhava, one man, but we have to decline here with plural because total it is three. One Deva, one Gandhava, and one man. The gender is determined by the last item, such as Lama, Site. So Lama masculine, Sita is feminine, so decline to dual. It is nominative dual feminine, so change to Site. So it should be Lama Sita. Lama Sita cha. Lama and Sita. Let's see from this slide. The first member is in its stem form, even if it refers to something plural. Because of this, there is something ambiguity concerning whether a member is singular, dual, or plural. So, for example, from this example, Acharya Sisyaha, teacher, student. We have studied from last slide that one teacher and many students. But it could be analyzed as teacher or students. That means one teacher and many students. Or can analyze as many teachers and one student. Or can analyze as many teachers and many students. So you must judge the correct translation by the context. And in most contexts, the first example would be what is meant, the teacher and the students. So this is the ambiguity when you translate the Dwandwa compound. There is an additional kind of Dwandwa we call Samahara, in which the ending is always singular and neuter. Mark here, Samahara always singular and neuter. The members are referred to collectively as a single unit. The meaning of the individual member is not as important as the collective sense of the whole compound. So often pairs of opposites are put in Samahara Dwandwa form, such as you see Sukha Dukkham. Sukha is happiness, Dukkham suffering. So Sukha Dukkha, we consider these two things as one. So we use it in singular, neuter. So Sukham, Dukkham, this is in singular, neuter, even though it is nominative or accusative, or in singular, neuter. Come from Sukham, Dukkham cha, happiness and suffering. So this another example of Samahara that we consider as one thing, such as Pani, hand, Padam, food. So Pani, Padam decline in neuter, singular and neuter. Over here, Padam. Come from Panihi, Padaha cha, hand and foot. Panihi, hand, Padaha, foot. So though Pani and Pada are masculine, Pani masculine, Pada masculine, but we have to decline in neuter. Another example, Ahara, Nidra, Vyam. Ahara, food, Nidra, sleep, and Vyam, fear. So these three, we thought it is one thing, that is food, sleep, and fear as a unit of animal life. So come from Ahara, Nidra, Vyamcha, food, sleep, and fear. Ahara is masculine, Nidra feminine, and we have to decline in neuter, singular, Vyam. So this is Samahara Dwandwa compound that is different from Iteretara Dwandwa compound. Dwandwa compound, we consider that it is two main things. The balance of two members are equal. A and B are equal. And Samahara, A and B considered as one thing. So we always use singular, neuter. So words ending in an usually act in compound like words that end in a. For example, Atman is often reduced to Atma, and Lashan will often reduce to Lasha, such as you see from this one. Lasha, Lamao, the king and Lama. Change Lashan to Rasha, and Lama decline Lamao, dual. Lama, Lashao. Even though we put it in the last member of compound, Lama, Lashan change to Lamao, Rashao. So it is dual, Lama and the king, or the king and Lama. The negative compound, another type of compound is negating, or the negative compound Nyan, or negative samasa. A noun can be negated by pressing a before it. For example, vidya, knowledge. So we put another a in front of the word to negate. that is avidya, ignorance. Opposite to knowledge, ignorance is ignorance. A children is also negated with a. If the children begin with a and there is no prefix, the ending is twa. For example, this is children. So akatwa, not having gone. So katwa means having gone. Akatwa means not having gone. Another one, if the word begins with a vowel, then it is negated with an. So uditawa, having spoken. An, put it in front of the verb, the words. Anuditawa, not having spoken. So come from uditawa, having spoken. This is the negative compound in dwandwa compound. We have studied lesson 16 from Sandilu of final aim, now in an, imperfect for us, dwandwa compound, the first compound. And you please revise from this book, lesson 16, page 204 to 213. And then please see from this vocabularies, lesson 16, page 214. Atma, masculine, self. Karma, action. Krishna, black. Krishnaha, Krishna, so masculine. Nama, name. Priya, as adjective, dear, beloved. Lamaniya, adjective, present. Lasha, king. Shukla, white, adjective. Shobhana, adjective, shining, bright, and beautiful. And lesson 16, please practice from page 215. Exercise 5 translates the following sentences into English. Please analyze the words, take out sandhi and analyze, keep the code of every word, and do it from exercise 5A to J and submit me on the next Monday. And then we will, if you have time, please do the next exercise 6. Translate the following sentences into Sanskrit. Translate from English to Sanskrit. Start from 6A to J. And then we see in the tutorial. And this is finish of lesson 16. So next we will study more about the compound and the future tense in lesson 17. Thank you very much. See you next time.